What is the reactionary gap, and why is it important in traffic stops? Have you ever wondered how law enforcement officers stay safe during traffic stops? One key concept that plays a vital role in their safety is the reactionary gap. So, what exactly is the reactionary gap, and why does it matter? The reactionary gap is the physical distance that an officer maintains between themselves and a potential threat, like a suspect during a traffic stop. This space is crucial because it gives officers enough time to observe, assess, and respond to any sudden or aggressive actions. Essentially, it acts as a buffer zone that helps officers react effectively to threats, such as a suspect drawing a weapon or making a sudden move. In practical terms, this reactionary gap is usually around 6 to 9 feet. This distance allows officers to see the suspect's hands, which is critical for monitoring any potential weapons. If the suspect's hands are not visible, officers may increase this distance to about 25 feet to ensure their safety. This distance helps officers avoid entering the danger zone, which is the area within arm's reach where they are most vulnerable to attacks. The importance of the reactionary gap in traffic stops cannot be overstated. Traffic stops are one of the most common yet unpredictable encounters for officers. They often find themselves in exposed positions and must rely on their observation skills, body positioning, and command presence to control the interaction. By maintaining the reactionary gap, officers can detect nonverbal cues and body language that may indicate hostile intent or nervousness. Moreover, this distance allows officers enough time and space to draw non-lethal tools or firearms if necessary. Positioning themselves at an angle to the suspect also improves their balance, visual control, and readiness to respond. Interestingly, the concept of the reactionary gap is not unique to law enforcement. In other high-risk professions, such as logging, deep-sea fishing, or storm chasing, maintaining safe distances is equally important. Just as a logger keeps a safe distance from falling trees or a storm chaser respects the space around a tornado, law enforcement officers use the reactionary gap to manage risk during traffic stops. However, it's important to note that some training critiques suggest that relying solely on a fixed reactionary gap can create a false sense of security. Officers may step back when a suspect reaches for a weapon, potentially losing control of the situation. Therefore, reactionary gap training is often combined with tactics that emphasize positioning, awareness, and readiness to act decisively. In summary, the reactionary gap is a fundamental safety measure in traffic stops. It provides officers with the necessary space and time to respond to threats, helping to prevent harm in these inherently risky encounters. Understanding this concept is essential for appreciating the challenges law enforcement officers face every day.